along
But I
with
am
our colleagues.
upset, Jelani, that I have to apply for phone service and I have to have a turnaround time of 2 weeks to get my phone service here in the Bahamas. When cable and wireless come here, I will not have to wait for 2 weeks. I will not wake up one morning and my phone is dead and I call BTC from my cell phone and they tells me they have no registration of my number, but yet every week I go in or every month and pay my bill. I'm not saying that Bahamians are incompetent or that they cannot manage or run BTC, but what I am saying is that some Bahamians are lazy and they are slackers and they need to be gone. Go ahead, Calvin.
I think that's what you're thinking, because this thing ain't take place yet, so it ain't a proven fact.
Well, I have stats right here.
That's stats. And what stats is? A bunch of lies.
Stats.
Oh, why?
But look at the services.
Why the reason why they don't want to sell BTC?
Why they want to sell BTC?
Yes.
They
Look at this, right?
give them the mic.
BTC, right?
No, we ain't gonna see you. We just can hear your voice. We ain't gonna see you. We just can hear your voice. See, the camera's still on us. So we ain't seeing you. We just hearing your voice.
No, he's asking why the reason why we don't sell BTC.
They want to sell BTC because we're in debt, right? And there's so much stuff that the government has been carrying. See, Sir Lyndon Pinlin established a whole lot of stuff. He established the foundation. As a matter of fact, I think he took it up the bell course. Right now, we got to take the roof off and build 2 or 3 more stories. The government should not have been handling a lot of these stuff. It is wearing down the government. So if we privatize it, it is better for the citizens of the Bahamas. The government have to hit you with a hefty price because the government using the money from BTC to cover the losses that Bahamas Air didn't bring in, to cover the losses that a lot of other ministries didn't bring in. So it could be better for me and you when that is removed from under the government wing. You see? But I would say we should have found Bahamians who qualified and who could handle it. But I ain't the type of person who say, oh, we getting back into slavery, we selling it to the white man. I don't support that. But I do support my own. If we had qualified Bahamians, not saying that we don't now.
That's
but
what we had, big man.
They're saying that we don't have any. Well, you're saying based on what cable, when I say qualified, right? Qualified to compete. See, it was put out the bid, it was put out the tender. They have to be qualified to compete with cable and wireless, which is an international company, which I don't think no Bahamian company has qualified to compete with them.
All right, I understand, right? Where you coming from, right? But you look at us under Maxi, right? Before, when the PME was in power, okay, they are scanning going around. Mr. Shane Gibson and Mr. Roberts was to buy BTC. Okay? All right then. Now, a couple years after, this scanning around, the people from the cable, the wireless, right? They make agreements say they're going to offer the government $210 million. But in myself, to my knowledge, right, I feel like that $210 million is still ain't enough.
No.
No, why I say I feel enough? Because on the message, right, BTC, right, before they make this agreement, basically, BTC is to make about $45 million profit a year. You understand me, right? Okay then. But I still see no reason why the government should sell BTC.
Well, I look at it.
I ain't down with that.
I agree with you, right? Because I said, why sell the prize cow? BTC makes the most revenue here in the Bahamas. Why sell the prize cow? But I guess Mr. Ingram and his analysts, or the team that he put together, you know, they put together a team to analyze the whole situation. They decided that BTC would be the best thing to sell at this time. And like I just said earlier, I didn't study political science. I didn't study these things. But looking around, and when I look at what they offer in the Caribbean, Lime and all those other stuff, man, I tired of paying. You know what I pay for internet? I just run through a $20 phone card and half a day.
How much minutes? How much it's 34 cents a minute, I think. How much is it?
I ain't sure, but whatever it is, it's too much.
33. You know something in Utah? If the government was let's say if the government was making available 49% to cable and wireless and 51% to the Bahamian people, the same thing what I had asked earlier, do you think cable and wireless would have still $200 million would have gone to the government?
No, it wouldn't have been the same amount. You know why? Because they would have been faced with major challenges. Bahamians are stubborn people, and like I tell you, we a bit afraid of change, and we could combat everything. We could be aggressive, you know what I mean? Before we even read the label, we saying that bad for us.
Before like digging deep into it and studying it.
So that's therefore Cable and Wireless, I don't think they wouldn't have taken that offer because they would have no voice. You know, majority rule. The one with the majority shareholders, the one with the voice.
Now if it was 50-50, then it would be a problem because you'd be bucking heads all the time.
You still would be bucking heads all the time.
So it had to have been 51-49. There was no other way.
So when it's time to vote, my 51 votes against your 49 vote, that means we move ahead with it. Same as we put the government in power to manage and run our country, our Bahamas, right? But when the government make decisions, before we even look into it, we make noise. But see, we put them in place. I could take it back to, like I said before on one of my shows, the Israelites came to Samuel and say, we want a king. Samuel said, God says you do not need a king. I am the Lord. You don't need a king. They look at the other tribes over there. They have a king. This one have a king. We want a king. So because of their foolhardily cry, Samuel granted their wish and gave them a king, Saul. Saul enslaved the people, made them work for him. He juiced up all their wives. He took all their gold. That's what we want. We put the FNM government down. We could have put the PLP. Or we could have put Cassius Door. I mean, he didn't have enough people. But I don't know, it would have been a one-man government.
Be working on that.
But let me tell you a little bit. See, I don't want to sound frivolous on this show.
Yeah, let me hear this.
I like facts. We see that Cable and Wireless Lime has delivered economic growth in the countries where it operates. You hear that? Economic growth in the country where it operates. And led the introduction of new technology. We see that the company placed significant emphasis on providing value for money to customers. We know that it has extensive operations in a number of offshore finances jurisdictions such as ours and services those jurisdictions with great facility. Cable and Wireless has fully accepted our desire that BTC will remain first and foremost a Bahamian business. Focus on the Bahamian community based on their experiences of the past. They know it needs this to succeed. So first and foremost, this is going to remain a Bahamian company. This will not be a Caribbean company.
So why is there such a fear that it's not going to remain a Bahamian company even after the 51% of the shares are going to be sold to Cable and Wireless?
See, it only takes a spark to get a fire burning. If someone don't like something and they feel like it's evil, all they got to do is keep drumming it in your head and you could think it's evil. Just like, go ahead.
I will get to the statement you made earlier, right? You said the government itself, right? They took money from BTC, National Insurance, right? They use this money, right? Now they done with all their resources, so they selling it. They don't have nothing coming in. So after they sell all these things, and the government flat broke already, right? Where they can find money?
You know where they can find money? They can tax us, and they taxing us already with BTC. We being taxed. I mean, if you look at the rates that the Caribbean countries could make calls for based on us, we being taxed hard. So I say we need to sell BTC. Let me tell you what else we need to sell.
Bahamas Air?
We need to sell Bahamas Air.
No, man. Boss man, you trying to say everyone in the country ain't.
No. I say sell it. I say sell it to the foreigners.
You mean in terms of
listen. The government need to let the people own it.
To own the shares.
No man, bro. Someone like you need to own Bahamas Air. Yeah. Put the mic. Put the mic.
This country now, despite when they come doing a lot, they doing now, but they ain't satisfied. We talk, big man. Now the Bahama project, now I agree with that. That makes a lot of sense.
Bring it a little closer.
Why the reason why I think it's a lot of sense because
Why it make a lot of sense?
It's better off for the Bahamian people.
How is better off?
Yes, alright. I don't know why quick. Jobs then.
How great jobs?
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, you bring in 8,000 Chinese, right? You give 8,000 work permit. But what they don't tell you on this 8,000 work permit, the spousal improvement, right? Each one of them allowed to bring 3 persons.
A new day has dawned. A new people has awakened. Ignorance is now a fading memory of the past. No longer will we the people sit in silence and watch our beloved Bahamas disintegrate to crime, greed, and petty politics. Controversy TV, Season 6. No fair, no fair, no fair. It's on, it's on.